Ayo. Welcome, welcome to the Crimson Diamond. I think we're pretty close to wrapping this game up. Didn't expect it to be a three-parter, to be honest, but here we are. And then hopefully we can dive into something different tomorrow. But still having a good time. Still having a good time with the Crimson Diamond. First time playing a text parser game, so using new brain muscles, new different brain muscles that have never been used before. Just send out the Discord notification. And let's jump in. Alright, so we need to get Jack's fingerprint still. It's kind of our last step. And Jack's tricky because he is very amicable. But it's difficult to get him to touch anything. Ask Jack about jam. Raspberry... Oh wait, Jack sounds like Seto Kaiba. Raspberry jam is Mr. Richards' favorite. I grow the raspberries myself. Ask Jack about jam jar. Ask Jack about jar. Take spread or take jar. Check sink for dishes. Lift prints off sink. Lift prints off kettle. Pick up pour tea on cookies. Hey, card. let's look at our notes. Do I also need anyone else's? Jack's too busy. I need to figure something else out. Ask Jack where Jam is. What's this guy's name? Evan? Would Jack have a jam jar in his room? For some reason? No. Everyone's telling me that Jack grows the raspberries in the garden. no jam in here. Take Dr. Kilmer's swamp root. All the medicines are expired. I can't. They're poison. It's not safe. Just trying to hack the game. Just trying to find the room that's got the jam in it. It would be harder to find something in this house that Jack hasn't touched. You know, if we're being real. Ask Jack what he's touched. Scrape off jam. Wait, what? Move jam from cookie. Ask everyone in the house about Jack. What you all got to say about Jack, huh? Forgot about the flypaper. He's going to turn off that faucet. He wouldn't just let that faucet run all night. Alright, I've opened every drawer and cupboard, and I'm running the faucet in here. Surely he will stand up and close something. This dude really doesn't give a shit. How do you spell... I don't know how to spell pitcher. As in glass pitcher, off the top of my head. That makes me feel dumb, but it's okay. How many cookies are here? What if I eat them all? What's up, Vashin? Vashin? Welcome. I have a small saucepan. Okay, I have a saucepan full of boiling water. I have a saucepan partially filled with water that I can't leave the sink with, or can't leave the kitchen with. The saucepan feels like something I need to use later in the game. Welcome back, card. Yeah, god damn it. Congrats on going bowling. Merry bowling. Having fun. I can't figure out how to get Jack's fingerprints. This is the first part of this game where I feel like I'm just running into where it's the most obvious to me that it's a text parser game that has extremely limited options. You know what I mean? Like I can't figure out what the one thing I'm supposed to do is to get this clown's fingerprint. There are several things that I could do that make sense and have done, but they haven't yielded the result that I want. I'd help, but I don't feel like it. Touche. Fair enough. That's your prerogative. This ain't a Grim Fandango situation. Can't use hint in this game. Era, you've got a hint for me? I'll take a hint. This has reached the point where I've been looking at this problem for so long that it's not suitable. I looked it up because I was curious, and Jesus. It's complicated. Okay. There were a couple like multi-step fingerprints. All right, let's see what I can do with this wax. Thank you, Ira. As soon as I got the wax, I'm on the right track, Ira. So, if I were critiquing this game, because one thing that I did try, because it occurred to me as an option, was taking the dough, like taking the cookie that wasn't filled yet from Jack, but I stood here and like typed grab cookie, but it still put me over here. And I feel like it should have snapped me onto that cookie, because that's what I was trying to do, but like I don't know what else to call it. It's still a cookie. You feel me? All right. Do I literally have to double boil it? Huh, that's weird. Fill saucepan. My other critique about this is that if the candles were a different color, the wax would be more noticeable on the tablecloth, and I would have been more likely to be like, oh yes, because they like, it looked like a drop shadow or something. It was just gray spots under all the candles. But if the candles were red, for instance, or green, I would have been like, there's crap around all the candles. I wonder what that is. I wonder what that's about. They mentioned the wax at dinner, but they mentioned it specifically to indicate the flow of time. You know what I mean? They were like, oh, the candles have melted down and the wax is dripping down the sides. It's like, well, yeah, that's what happens to candles. That's my only thing. I'm being nitpicky, I know. But they're my nits to pick. I need to figure out a way to free it from the dough. This girl is not physically capable of pressing the wax out of the cookie with her hands. What? Oh, what can you do with cookie normally? I can usually eat it, but I tried saying eat dough. Off cookie. What? All right, dial it back, because 5 minutes ago I typed eat dough off cookie, and it said, no. And then I just typed eat cookie, less specifically, and it ate the other cookie in my inventory. So I had to then say eat cookie an additional time to get the achieved result. Margot, I know you stole Nessa's ruby brooch and the silver steins. I know that Nessa's a little difficult, but this isn't the way to deal with her. Please, let me help you set things right. She would take everything. Yes, I smashed the curio, though it broke my heart to do it. But the silver wedding steins are even more precious. I saved them and gave them to someone I trust for safekeeping. Nessa would sell them as soon as she was back in the city. At the very least, she would take her share and sell one of the steins, splitting the set. She doesn't understand why that shouldn't happen. She's vile and heartless. Why should I want to set things right? When I needed things set right, nobody helped me. That woman deserves everything bad that comes her way, and more. You might be right about that, but you deserve better than to be a thief. That isn't who you are. Margot, the brooch at least? Will you let me give back her brooch? Ah, fine. The brooch is hers after all. It's in my walk-in closet. I'll tell you where it is. Why must the world be as it is, Nancy? Y'all people have been living in a cabin too long. Honestly, your problems seem very small. I think she died, bro. Margot, are you okay? Margot! Mr. Richards, quick, there's something wrong with Margot. What? Oh, there's someone sleuthing outside in the shadows. Who could that be? Jack looks shocked and a bit remorseful. Go do what you need to, then head out to the station and notify the authorities. Not like there's any rush now, is there? Yes, sir. I'm sorry, Evan. Yeah. Excuse us, miss. Mr. Richard slumps on the stool, his head bowed. He doesn't look at Margot. It's almost like he can't. Oh, Mr. Richards. What's going on here? I accidentally gave her Margot's voice. You want to have a look? I'm going to go grab a drink. People ain't really acting right about this. You determinedly decide to take a closer look at Margot's body. You pull away the sheet covering Margot. Your desire to understand what happened outweighs your squeamishness. Despite Margot's panicked final moment, she now appears peaceful. Margot's full lips are starting to darken into a purplish hue. I mean... Okay, I figured that was the case, but I just wanted to make sure, you know, like... Check pulse. Check everything. Perfume. I hope we don't get an Evil Dead situation with Margot's body. Here's where all the jam jars are. Who's Lila? Lila? It's a movie? I can hear Jack and Nathan talking, but the sound of the river is making it hard to hear them. I wonder what they're up to. Yes, very sure. White garnets. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Excuse me, I have to go to the carriage house and prepare the automobile for Jack's drive to the train station. Thanks, Nat. Of course. Good evening. Nice night for a walk, isn't it? Sure is, Jack. I want to run that back. I mean, yeah, nothing other than what's in our pockets. Sneaky sneak. See. See, that's why we load the game. Hey. Who's that? Kimmy? Ah! Oh dear, sorry to startle you. What are you doing hiding in the woods, Kimmy? I'm not sorry. Yeah, what you lurking for? I was just looking for owls. Yeah, sure, whatever. Whatever, weirdo. Bird weirdo. Using all your bird interests to hide from what it is you're really up to. All right. I think I need to approach behind this tree, like hiding behind this tree. There we go. Can't just toss these in the river like we used to. More's the pity. If Mr. Richards hadn't hurt his back trying to take all this on himself. I wish he'd asked for help before it came to that. With all the extra scrutiny lately, he can use all the help he can get. Lucky for us, it was mostly overcast last night. No moonlight, no sparkles. Lucky for us. They're hiding the diamonds. They're hiding all the diamonds.
think that's all for now. Good thing there were no big ones tonight.
Agreed. Meet you in the carriage house.
Yeah, I'll dump these in the smokehouse as usual. See you soon.
That's what that was in the smokehouse. Hey, Jack. What are you guys up to?
Me and Nat were just getting some fresh air.
Really? I was getting samples from the riverbank this afternoon, and it looked a lot like what you're holding there. I found some interesting stuff.
Oh yeah? Can I see?
Of course. What do you think?
You've got yourself some white garnets for sure, and some pretty nice ones too.
White garnets? Are you sure?
Definitely. But if you want a second opinion, I can take him to show Nathan and ask him for you. How about it?
That's okay. I'll keep them for now.
Suit yourself.
Gotta talk to Nathan now.
You have a good night, Miss Maple.
Thanks, Jack. You too. I maybe should have asked him about the Steins. Gotta continue to be sneaky. Climb up the ladder. Stealth mode like Assassin's Creed. That's what these hay bales are for. Oh yes. I've made the adjustments to the headlamp. Should be fine now.
Thanks, Nathan.
Other than the minor repair, there are no other problems with the automobile. Do you think Albert suspects anything?
Who cares what he thinks? We've kept him here. He might be convinced to help us. That's what's important. Convinced, bribed, threatened. He'll be useful.
I think so. He and I are meeting up in the boathouse to discuss his possible usefulness. Evan tried to make Albert go away earlier. It didn't work. And now that the bridge is out, that's unlikely to happen. Maybe Albert can be persuaded to head westward for the right.
Maybe Albert can be persuaded to head westward for the right price.
Maybe. I'll let you know what transpires. I'm going to look for Evan. I can tell he's upset, but you know how he is.
Always going off on his own. Yeah. Maybe try the jetty.
Thanks. I'll check there. I have a few other places in mind first. My meeting with Albert in the boathouse begins shortly. I will look for Evan after that.
Good luck.
Oh, this is just the eavesdropping galore. You can't use descend in this game. Oh, Nancy. I didn't see you there. I have my doubts that it was truly found in this land. And even if it was, who's to say that there's enough to mine? It would be like the garnets all over again. Margot's death is shocking. She was a kind woman. It's a sad state of affairs. I've known Evan a long time, and I've never seen him like this. He needs to grieve. Jack's driving to the train station to send a telegram about Margot. This is Ranger business. Pardon me, Miss Maple. I'm expected elsewhere. Have a good night, Nancy. Oh, you know where Nathan's off to. You know where he's headed. I'm going to save before I pass the point of no return. Oh, that was a bug. The river makes it too loud. Oh, yes. Hiding in the canoe. Mr. Cardinal, you here? I'm a busy man. I won't be kept waiting. I'm here. Have you prepared the document? Oh, of course. Signed and sealed, very official. A report declaring that there are no diamonds in Crimson or the surrounding areas. Good. Do you even care to know if there really are diamonds here? No. I care about protecting this land from further environmental devastation. Well, it's no concern of mine. A pity, but girl, what a shocking turn of events. I suppose that simplifies matters whenever Mr. Richards should happen to pass. What are you insinuating? Nothing. It's none of my business, I'm sure. I've already paid you. Give me what I'm owed.
Of course. Here you are.
If this document is challenged by anyone for any reason, you'll be hearing from me. Goodbye.
Ah, Mr. Richards, there you are. Mr. Richards?
Evan doesn't acknowledge your presence. He looks lost in thought, or maybe highly inebriated, possibly both. So a bit worrisome. Bro doesn't even see me.
What's that? Big fish?
Oh, damn it. Safe way to get closer. Ah, Nessa and Corvus seem to be having an intense conversation. If I can get closer, maybe I can hear what they're saying. I won't be needing this anymore. Nessa takes a silver flask from her pocket and pours it out onto the grass. What's that? Water adulterated with poison. I soaked flypaper in a glass jar and poured the liquid into my silver flask. Tossed the jars over the waterfall, easy as pie. I didn't think it would be quite so effective. I was thinking it would be more gradual, less dramatic. The tart couldn't even die properly, but no matter. It could look suspicious and be investigated. What does it matter? There aren't any rangers around or any other form of law in this godforsaken place. But we don't want any more complications. This will all be over soon, but we need to be bold. I'm ready for the next step. Good. Nessa mentioned tossing some jars into the river by the waterfall. I should go over there and take a look. Oh yeah, no, I saw the jars. I saw them already.
They can't know why you're really here. Who knows what could happen? Of course. I understand the potential risk involved. I will be discreet with my investigation. We'll just say you were in the area and that's how you got here so soon. Not that you were already on your way. Understood. The young lady, Margot. Yes, Margot. Is there any reason to believe her death was suspicious? She's always been a bit sickly. Don't bother yourself with that. Just make like you're looking into her death. That'll be a good cover. But focus on what you're really here for. Okay, Jack.
Everything is so sus. Everyone's so suspicious. still have the key, right? I don't have the key. Didn't I get a key off of Margot?
Don't you worry. Mr. Richards needs time to be alone with his thoughts. He'll probably be here in a bit. Never you mind, Nancy. This here's Ranger Murdoch. He was out on patrol by the train station, lucky for us. I told him about poor Margot. He said he wouldn't mind stopping by and filing a report.
A report? Whatever for? She had a fit and died. Bury her and be done with it. Gives me the creeps having a dead body around. I'm sure nothing's amiss, but how could I turn down Jack's hospitality? I'll take a look, file a report on the death, and save old Doc Travers a trip up here. What about the bridge explosion? Do you have any news on that? Bridge explosion? News doesn't travel very fast in these parts. I'm out in the bush most of the time.
Of course, I was so distracted by Margot's death, I completely forgot to mention the bridge to Ranger Murdoch. Anyway, I sent a telegraph to the closest town. I'm sure the appropriate authorities are handling it.
I'm sure. Bears and raccoons are more my jurisdiction. Not much happens out this way. Tomorrow morning I'll take a look at Miss Margot and be on my way.
Sounds good. It's late, you must be bushed. I'll get you set up in the spare room upstairs.
Are we done here? I'm dreadfully tired. I am tired as well. I don't like the look of this. There's a jetty here overlooking the rushing river, blah, blah, blah. There appears to have been an altercation here. There are scuff marks and what might be a shoe print on the jetty. You can see puddles of liquid, an overturned drinking glass, and what looks to be the crystal decanter broken into jagged shards. You see some possible signs of a struggle. There are scuffs and shoe prints in the grass and on the path, and some tree branches have been snapped off. Can't see, like, what do I call this? I want to examine.
Oh. Nancy, I'm busy here. Please step outside. Nathan, where's Mr. Richards? What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. If you don't have any helpful information, please help me. Leave me to figure this out. Maybe he'll let me into the smokehouse and I can continue my investigation. Round. Pick up thing. Pick up the round metal button. Pick up thing. Take thing off branches. I bet Kimmy's the mastermind behind all of this. Metal button is shiny and appears pretty new. Also, I gotta get that key off of Mark. I could have sworn I got a silver key off of her.
This faucet's still running. Oh, thank you, Ira. The contents of the desk have been strewn all over the carpeted floor. At a glance, the papers are old guest receipts from the lodge's glory days, as well as some general bookkeeping. Someone has inconsiderately stepped on some of the papers, too. What a mess! Someone was rummaging around. Can't play pool anymore. Mr. Richards is probably dead.
Hey there, Nancy. Full house, isn't it? If you're looking for the ranger, he should be in the bathroom across the hall, freshening up.
Look at Jack. Look at Jack's clothes. Uh-oh, the ranger's not in the bathroom. Where are you, Mr. Ranger? Oh, pardon me. You stumbled upon the ranger rummaging in the closet. Ranger Murdoch, what are you doing in here? Oh, Miss Maple, is it? You certainly gave me a start. Jack directed me to the bathroom, but I don't seem to be in the right place, do I? I'm used to being out in the wilderness, but a bucket doesn't seem that appropriate as a bathroom, eh? The bathroom is across the hall from the spare room. Oh, I thought Jack said across from the stairs. My mistake. Excuse me. And what government agency did you say sent you, Mr. Respa?
Your government sent me. The specific name of the agency escapes me. Here, I have the documents. I trust they're in order.
Ah, thank you. Let's see. Yes, those look just fine.
Of course they do.
May I see your identification papers? There's a pause in the conversation. Even with the aid of the drinking glass, you strain to hear what comes next.
See here, officer. I'm a very busy man. I don't have time to root about my documents to produce my identification papers at every little moment. I'm here because my government is doing a favor to your government, yes? Strong international relationships are vital, especially in the times to come. Doubtless you are aware of the current state of world affairs.
I am.
So if I were you, I'd take a step back and turn your attention to the dead woman in this cellar. Which is, after all, the reason you're here, isn't it?
Of course. And good evening to you, Mr. Respa.
So much for Canadian hospitality.
Ah! Oh, Miss Maple. Good evening.
Good evening.
Don't you dare touch a thing. I'm looking for my ruby brooch, the one Margot stole.
Oh, well, I can help you look for it?
Not on your life. You'll just pocket it for yourself. Get out of here. Not right now, Miss Maple. Can't you see we're busy? Open vanity with key. Unlock vanity with key. Unlock vanity? Look in vanity. Most of the drawers are full of various cosmetics meant for various parts of your face that don't interest you, but one drawer holds something worthy of closer inspection. You see a slim wooden box with a hinged lid and a smooth leather handle. What is this? The kit contains a host of mysterious objects. Of particular interest are a pamphlet, a glass bottle, a metal box, and a small ampule. Oh my goodness. Read pamphlet. The cover of the pamphlet reads Elrich's Magic Bullet Kit, prepared by W. Martindale, chemist. You've never been good at opening these types of little metal boxes. After chipping a nail, you decide to leave it. What? Ampule. Look. A small ampule contains a whitish yellow powder. It has a paper label. Salvarsan, 6 grams, single use, manufactured by W. Martindale. There's even a smaller print at the bottom of the label that you can't quite make out. The glass bottle contains a rubber tube that is attached to its neck.
What is this thing, man?
It seems like drugs. It seems like drugs, but it's hard to tell. Pamphlet is so fucking hard to spell. I'll get it right and instantly forget. Okay. Close drawers. There we go. Merry Christmas. I thought I might be able to see great horned owls, or even short-eared owls because it's still summer. Or great gray owls. They're the largest in Ontario. I can't believe Margot's dead. What could have happened? It's terrible, Nancy. I'm getting scared. Don't worry, Kimmy. I'm sure there's an explanation. Oh, pardon me. Oh, good evening, Miss Maple. I'm just getting settled in for the night. He's got gold buttons. Ranger Murdoch, I'd like to discuss my investigation with you. Your investigation? Yes, into Margot's suspicious death. I know that the flypaper here at the lodge contains arsenic. If Margot was poisoned, the killer could have somehow used the flypaper I found. I've examined Margot's body and made some interesting observations about the state of her health before her death. Margot suffered from aches and pains that had gotten more acute recently. Look at her body more closely. There's too much going on right now. Like, what do you want with her? It just seemed like the game was giving me a hint to look at her body more closely. But that might have actually been a misnomer. I wonder if I asked the ranger about the kit in Margot's room, what that will do. My field kit went missing on my trade ride to Crimson. Do you have any idea where it could be? Salvarson. I found a strange kit in Margot's vanity. Do you know anything about that? It was full of interesting things. A kit? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that, Nancy, I swear. I wish I could believe that you didn't know anything more about the kit, Jack, but I need some proof before I can come to that conclusion. Well, go on then. As Jacko Kaiba would say. I can still dust for prints. Pamphlet. Read pamphlet. Magic bullet kit. I've discovered 2 fingerprints in the glass bottle in the kit. One is Margot's and the other belongs to Jack.
No. Margot and I had a medical condition. Margot had a medical condition, and I helped her take her medicine. But I never asked her what was in it. The writing on the labels are tiny. My eyes are bad. I couldn't read them, and I didn't try.
I know.
You know? You heard us?
Yes, once. I didn't mean to.
That probably sounded really suspicious, but Nancy, we were friends, and friends only. Do you think her treatments killed her? We were always so careful. Was it dangerous or poisonous?
I actually don't know if anything in Margot's kit was poisonous. We're getting into territory where I need to take notes. Salvar sand, 6 grams. Yeah. Yeah, let me just leave this Margot situation alone for now. The direction of the scuff marks appear to lead away from the jetty and into the woods to the north. Rubber-soled shoes. Upon closer examination of the fingerprint you obtained from the overturned drinking glass, you conclude that this is Evan's fingerprint. You can clearly see some long brown and gray hairs caught in the tree branches. I mean, the long brown hairs look like they're Nathan's. Nessa, ba, ba, ba. Albert Respa. My uniform has brass buttons. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, it's Corvus's button. I gotta look at the shoes in the mudroom. Size 12. Size 14 shoe. Possibly a woman's size 8.
Me? I wear size 12. Same as Mr. Richards. Not that we share shoes or anything. Just makes it easier to remember.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now to go upstairs and get the rest of the shoe sizes. These are size 14. Size 14 shoes. Does Nessa have shoes in her room? She might actually, I might be able to just see her shoes from... I felt like I got Nessa's... I felt like I got it earlier. What was the command to compare shoe sizes? Oh, size check, thank you. Jack scooter size 12. Kimmy wears 6.5. Corbus wears 14. Nathan wears size 16. Now I need Albert's shoe size. And Nessa's. Got another half hour in me. There's a footprint in here. Aha, process of elimination. Upon closer inspection and comparing with the set of fingerprints you've collected, you conclude. Nessa was in Mr. Richards' office. Maybe I could ask her about that. How about papers? Oh, she was looking for the will. He was investigating the rock much earlier. These boots are size 12. Why do you ask, Miss Maple? But the button corroborates it, and Nessa's hair corroborates it. I feel like I really don't need Albert's shoe size. Just tell me how big your shoes are. Oh, nice. Jackpot. Puddles of whiskey are staggering out at irregular intervals, both on and off the path. Scuff marks, puddles of liquid, overturned drinking glass. You peer at the shattered remains of what is clearly the crystal decanter from the dining room. Ah, okay, there we go. I've learned everyone's shoe sizes and ruled out all the other possibilities, so I feel pretty confident about this conclusion. This isn't enough evidence, really? I need to figure out how to get that bottle too. What? Okay. All right, the rope has been used. The jar you retrieved from the raging river, inside is a damp strip of flypaper. Any evidence of Mr. Richards' movements on the jetty? I think maybe now that I've learned his shoe size, I probably have to look in the mudroom again. That's my guess. I know what kind of... What? Maybe I have to take them? These rubber-soled men's boots belong to Mr. Richards. He's a practical man. I remember he was wearing a similar pair of brown boots last time I saw him at the jetty. All right. Evan was dragged away from the jetty. He didn't wander off and didn't fall into the river, nor did he jump in. Corvus was involved somehow, and so was Nessa. According to what I've deduced, Nessa and Corvus attacked Mr. Richards at the jetty and dragged him into the smokehouse. Their shoe prints are all over the jetty and leading to the smokehouse. The scuff marks found came from rubber-soled shoes, one of the kind that Mr. Richards wears. No one else at the lodge wears shoes or boots with rubber soles. One of Corvus's vest buttons somehow ended up near the smokehouse, too. Nessa and Corvus were discussing something about a will, but whose? Oh, but I remember overhearing a conversation with them about looking for Evan's and Nessa's father's will. But I know that their father didn't leave behind a will. Uh-oh, could Nessa and Corvus be writing their own will and trying to force Evan to sign it? But how would that be of any help to them unless... What I do know is the flypaper contains arsenic, and it looks like an attempt to extract that arsenic for another purpose. Yeah, it says right on the box, kills flies dead. Ranger Murdoch, I'd like to discuss my investigation with you. What? Why is this so hard? Ira, if you know the command that I need to use to ask him about that jar, like the game tells me I need to do, please let me know.
That hussy, that harlot, that strumpet. Where could she have hidden my brooch? I've looked everywhere.
Nessa, we can't be hanging around much longer. I've finished writing the new will. You've gotten Albert's support. We're finished here.
I know that, and I don't need reminding. Once we're finished searching here, we'll get back to Evan and make him sign. Shh, who knows who's listening?
The walls have ears.
Yes, yes.
Time to go get this will. Carefully examine the chair. You look under the chair and between the cushioning where objects are falling. It's okay, Kira. Margot was killed. Margot stole Nessa's stuff. Margot was killed. Evan is missing. It's become a murder investigation. Can you help me look for Mr. Richards? I think something terrible has happened to him. I think he's gone missing. How long's he been missing? Maybe half an hour? I think it's a bit too early to determine if he's gone missing, Miss Maple. Perhaps he's gone for an evening stroll. Well, I don't... Kira, would you mind, or someone... I don't think Ira's around anymore. The game has explicitly told me to ask this dude about a jar, about this jar in my inventory. And I can't seem to find like the text parser prompt that does it, and I've tried everything. I'm gonna do something else in the meantime. There's a chance that it's soft locked just based on where I am in the game. So I'll try doing something else. I've got to talk to Nathan right now. But, Nathan, I have a theory about what's happened to Evan.
I'm listening.
There are shoe prints all over the jetty leading into the smokehouse.
Yes, I saw those, but I have no idea who they could belong to.
I do. I did a bit of detective work and learned the shoe sizes of everyone in the lodge.
You did?
I certainly did. And according to my findings, I've concluded that Nessa and Corvus dragged Mr. Richards off the jetty and into the smokehouse.
That makes a lot of sense to me, Nancy. But where is he now? That's what we need to find out.
You're absolutely right about that. Please let me take a look in here and see what I can find.
You've done very well, Nancy. Maybe you can figure out where Evan is now. So far, I've come up empty-handed.
Thanks, Nathan. I'll try not to let you down.
If you find anything of significance, just let me know as soon as possible.
Will do. Oh, one more thing.
Yes, Nancy.
Nessa seems to be desperately looking for something. I'm not sure what. She's made a mess of the study. There are papers all over.
I think it has something to do with a will. I heard them talking about it in the parlor last night.
A will?
Come to think of it, they were discussing Evan and Nessa's father's will. That was after dinner yesterday. Mr. Richards Sr. didn't leave a will, I know that, which means Nessa and Corvus aren't trying to get him to reveal his location. I think they want even more than that. What if Nessa and Corvus intend on creating a new will, but it's Evan's, to ensure Nessa will inherit the lodge and land after he dies?
I need to go talk to Jack about all of this. Meet us in the study when you're finished here. You can tell us all about this Astron. You can tell us all about this Astron's will and the mineralogical report then. Good luck, Nancy.
Good luck to you too.
That's okay, Kiara. An array of smoked meat and fish are hanging to dry and cure, a work table with a deeply scratched work surface. The smokehouse is in disarray, debris covers the table and floor, and there might even be something on the wall. The table is clearly used to prepare meat. Colorful shards and debris cover the table. Examine shards. Inspecting the Jordan almond fragments through your loop, you can see conchoidal fractures in the candy shell that remind you of the sharpest obsidian. Mr. Richards is allergic to nuts. Could it be that these were used against him? This looks bad. Mr. Richards is allergic to nuts. Maybe that's why Nessa brought the Jordan almonds in the first place. She could have been scheming this the entire time. The rough stone walls of the smokehouse, much like the floor, have been blackened by smoke. You can just barely make out a symbol. Examine symbol. Symbol appears to be a circle within a circle. The smaller circle is copiously filled with the red substance. Uh-oh. I wonder what the symbol is painted with. It's definitely not paint. It's sticky, dripping red, and a bit chunky. Eek. I bet it's jam. Seriously questioning your own judgment, you crane your neck towards the wall and stick out your tongue. You gingerly touch the tip of your tongue to the smokehouse wall. Oh, it tastes like raspberry jam. Alright, is that... An array of smoked meat and fish are hanging to dry and cure. Thanks to your loop, you can clearly see that the yellow fibers on the floor of the smart house are from a hempen rope. You also can clearly see cookie crumbs on the floor. Little specks could be salt. The proximity to the bag of rock salt increases the plausibility of this observation. This fingerprint belongs to Mr. Richards. Hmm. You examine the fingerprint you reveal in the smokehouse and compare it to your collection of fingerprints you obtained from the lodge inhabitants. Nessa's the one who crushed these Jordan almonds in the smokehouse. Yes. Nessa crushed the Jordan almonds on the table. Mr. Richards is allergic to nuts. Could it be she was trying to weaponize them against him? Maybe that's why Nessa brought the Jordan almonds in the first place. Judging from the frayed rope fibers, Mr. Richards could have been tied up in the smokehouse after he disappeared from the jetty. I think Mr. Richards partially freed himself and painted a symbol with the raspberry jam. He took care to conceal the symbol under the table. It could indicate where he was taken next. The symbol looks like the thumbprint cookies that I saw Jack baking, and their middles were filled with raspberry jam. I remember Jack saying that Mr. Richards likes to stash the cookies in his pockets, and I did find cookie crumbs on the floor of the smokehouse. What does Halangrada mean? I should ask someone. Shit. I think the game just froze. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I would like to think that they barred the door from the outside, but I also can't move. And neurotoxin. This game does not autosave often, and I don't know when it autosaved last, so I'd rather not just close it, but... it also seems like I have to close it. Oh, this is so far back. Ugh. Which is like, it's a... Alright, I was gonna wrap up stream now anyways. Alright, I'm gonna speed run getting back to where I was. I know, that music is cool. Little in the mailbox of Margot's kit had 2 fingerprints, one's Jack's, the other Margot's. All right. Examine her body more closely. do think I need to investigate Margot's body more. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. I forgot where I got the last shoe size, but now I remember. Just postponing the end of stream. Evan was dragged away from the jetty. He didn't wander off. He didn't fall into the river, nor did he jump in. Corvus was involved somehow, and so was Nessa. Alright, back on track. Don't close the door this time. Well, yeah, I gotta get all this evidence still. All right. I might just stream again tonight to finish this. I feel like we don't have much left. But anyways, hey, thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and bye-bye for now.